Hi, I'm Todd Foster with the Risk Management staff at NPR, and it's my pleasure to be put in front of you today to visit briefly with you about winter walking. It is that time of year. The first frost and freeze is not far away, but we just wanted to make sure that everybody that had a chance to view this would take a moment to make sure that you have kind of a plan before you go out and put yourself in jeopardy. First of all, you need to be conscientious of what the weather is and be aware of your surroundings. Take extra caution in certain areas such as steps, wooden platforms, things along those lines. As you're leaving and you know the weather is challenging, it's a very good idea to leave a little bit earlier, because when we're in a rush, we tend to take extra risk, and trying to walk faster than we have to in those conditions can lead to very disastrous circumstances. It's also important to try to remember to take short steps. This gives you a lot better balance. You might want to actually lean slightly forward, but it's all about keeping your center of gravity in check. And if you do happen to fall, you do want to go forward and not with your feet going out from underneath you, where you might strike the back of your head. Footwear is something that's often not seriously taken into account in these situations, but if the weather's bad out there, don't jeopardize your personal safety for fashion. Make sure that you have a second set of shoes that will give you plenty of traction and it's going to help you get around. Another thing to keep in mind is, if you know it's bad and you're going to have to get out in the kind of inclement weather, think seriously about what you might be carrying, if anything. Save it till later if you can. If you have to, a backpack or something along those lines might be the smart way to go. And sure enough, with the best efforts, there's always a possibility that we may not calculate things properly. And if you do fall, just remember, you kind of want to be prepared for that, and you want to try and go with it, and roll, in a sense, is the best approach to take with that. You've got a lot of padding in your shoulders and upper body, so let that take the brunt of the fall. Hesitate from sticking your arms out, because it's a good way to break a wrist or an arm, and make sure that you just use a lot of good common sense. Final tip I'd like to leave you with is also, if you know it's bad and it's a sidewalk situation ahead of you, if you have the option, it's never a bad idea to walk in the grass. It'll give you a lot firmer footing. And in closing, one problem that we see very often in the wintertime is instances where people get injured getting into and out of vehicles. Make sure you have a good understanding of what you're getting ready to put your feet onto when you're exiting a vehicle, and when both getting into and out of a vehicle. We'd like for you to exercise the concept of maintaining 3 points of contact. Make sure that you have 2 hands, 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand in contact with the vehicle, so that would be the door, the frame, the steering wheel, at all times. That way, if you should lose your footing, you have a much better chance of gaining control. Thank you for your time.